Okay. Well, speaking of stolen time, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, Austin Powers.
So this was a spontaneous Sunday choice on my part because I was just kind of bored, and I looked through Netflix, and I said, "Oh, Austin Powers! I haven't seen that in forever."
Yeah, I hadn't either. Yeah.
And I also knew I hadn't. I don't know what version I saw, but there were a couple of jokes I knew were censored when I was repeating them later in high school, and so I was like, "Her name wasn't a lot of cleavage; it was a lot of
What a vagina.
yeah." But this is back when they would actually have like a censored. I guess it must have been like a TV cut for the movie or something.
Oh, probably, yeah.
But even though we rented it, so I'm just confused.
Mm.
Maybe the good folks at the Safeway movie rental, and boy, does that date me.
Oh, wow.
Uh, didn't want to have the spicy version on hand.
Probably, yeah. Oh. Uh, but yeah, I will say this movie, like, it kind of took me by surprise. Like, this movie's a hard PG-13.
Yeah, they pushed the envelope quite a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like Dodgeball, this is also kind of a simple movie,
Hmm.
and so there's kind of two ways to look at it. One is that it is just kind of a funny like twist on, oh, what if you had someone from the free love '60s show up in what they were portraying as a more responsible '90s? Which boy,
Mm.
I guess in a sense, question mark.
Yeah. Well, come to the 2020s.
Yeah, like that would be the real culture shock.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
no. Well, okay. Depending on where you went, you'd either end up with more free love, or he would be immediately canceled and tased instead of just being rebuked.
Right. Yeah.
Because Austin Powers is a I don't, it's almost he is such a pop culture fixture that it almost feels unnecessary describing it. But just in case you happen to have never seen it before, he is a James Bond parody. I
Hmm.
find it very funny that he is like a full mod '60s style guy when that is never who James Bond was remotely.
No, no, he was the dapper gentleman spy. Yeah,
Uh,
clean
he
cut. Yeah.
and I don't know, I forget which movie this was, but like he had the opinion of a lot of people of his age that, well, of course you hate the Beatles,
Yeah.
just to show like how not with the kids he was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, most of the parody of James Bond in this movie is from the Sean Connery era. So you had like Doctor No, you Only Live Twice,
You know,
Goldfinger. Yeah.
right? Like he has ridiculously bushy chest hair because that's what Sean Connery had.
And every James Bond actor had bushy chest hair except for Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
Um,
who's kind of the least James Bondy of them all.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Which actually that's a good dovetail for the other way. It's like so on the one hand, it's just a silly parody film, kind of like it's like a Wayne's World style like simple comedy,
Yeah.
where it's like sending up something. Um, you could argue that this movie killed the James Bond franchise, or at least made it ashamed of itself.
Yeah. And if it wasn't this movie, it was Die Another Day, which
Right? It's
was
like
the
well, it's
last
like
the last Brosnan movie.
well, didn't Die Another Day come out? Did it come out before or after this one?
After.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it's like a 1-2 punch for any sort of comedic James Bond, right? Because
Oh
on the
yeah.
one hand, it's like, oh, well, we tried silly and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Or I should say, we had this thing that showed how silly the whole franchise is ultimately, and then we also had the a movie that was trying to be a bit more silly, suddenly like bombed horribly. So that the message was, oh, we got to be about that Jason Bourne thing.
Right. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Yeah. That's how we had the Daniel Craig era. Um, Yeah, and but yeah, this movie, well, also too, it was also spoofing a little bit of the Avengers, not the Marvel Avengers, but um, the BBC Avengers TV series,
Right.
which they made
The
into a
Emma
movie.
Peel and
Yeah, Emma Peel. Yeah, because Austin Powers, yeah, he calls Elizabeth Hurley's character, her mom, he calls her Mrs. Kensington, just like in Steed would call her Mrs. Peel. Even wore the same outfits as Emma Peel. And I'm trying to remember what else did they. Trying to know if they were parodying anything. Well, they parodied quite a bit of stuff in there. They had like
yeah, I'm sure there's other things in there too.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, this movie, it's also another one of those like very like a quotable, memeable movies where like Doctor Evil, right?
Yep. How about no?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I remember when the movie came out, like everybody was doing the pinky thing, holding their
Yeah.
yeah,
Or yeah, baby.
yeah, baby, yeah. But
And it what also kind of struck me was that this is a very small movie in its own way.
yeah, it
But
is.
by which I mean it's like it doesn't exactly have the most lavish sets. Like the evil villain base is like clearly just a big soundstage.
Yeah.
But it's like I find myself like of two minds on it, where it's like it's just a very funny movie on itself, and Mike Myers deserves all the money and praise he got for this one.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, it's like this is like the vanguard of like a generation of lazy parody, where you just like
Mm-hmm.
the parody is that we pointed out that the silly movie is silly, isn't it silly?
Yeah, 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 and they definitely ratcheted that up with the sequels. Which the second one I thought was decent enough, but then the third movie was like, oh, why?
Because money.
Yeah,
I've
It's
never
Mike
actually
Myers being
seen the
in
second
movie.
or third. Yeah, and then Myers kind of
Yeah,
destroyed himself making what
the
do you
Love
call it?
Guru.
The Love Guru, which is like his attempt to like, okay, I need a new character to milk.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't it, Chief.
That one, no, that one not it. No. Yes, and then he disappeared for like a decade and a half.
Right. So ashamed was he of a like. Okay, here's the thing: if you're going to be like what Hollywood would probably consider to be vaguely racist with your comedy movie, you better be funny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think this movie holds up pretty well. It's a little dated in a few places, but that kind of works in its favor because it's set in the 1990s, so you kind of have to, it works out pretty well.
Right. It's not like a bad sort of dated. It's like a pre-analog sort of dated or pre-internet
Yeah,
sort of dated.
yeah, yeah. Plus, but if you haven't seen this movie yet and you need more motivation to see it, it has Elizabeth Hurley.
Peak Elizabeth Hurley.
Peak Elizabeth Hurley, yes. Yes. But yeah, as DB said, it's on Netflix. Go give it a watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think we've said all we need to say for tonight.